Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, I'm glad to be back here in Sioux Falls, back home once again after a week-long trip up at Eagle Lake in Western Ontario with my boys. It's always good to get away. We have done this now for the past 12 years, and we always look forward to it. And I highly recommend, if you're thinking about taking any type of a Canadian fishing trip, to check out Eagle Lake, check out the Cedar Point Lodge. Pat will help you out, and honestly, we've enjoyed it for a long time, and we look forward to going back year after year. Now, this year the fishing wasn't the best, and it's mainly due to the weather. The cold water temperatures up there definitely had an effect on the fish, but by the end of the week, the temperatures warmed 10 to 12 degrees, and that definitely turned on the fish. And so, quite honestly, we probably could have caught more fish down here in South Dakota based upon the reports that we've received, but it's always nice to honestly take a little break and enjoy a little family time, if you know what I mean. As far as those reports are concerned, up in the northeastern part of the state, the lakes that were producing walleyes included Waubay, Bitter, Dry Lake by Clark, Reed, also Rush, North and South Lakes, Indian Springs, Big Stone, as well as Pickerel. Down in the southeastern part of the state, those lakes included Thompson, Sinai, Ponset, Albert, 81 Ponds, Madison, Campbell, Clear, Island, and a few at Twin and also Brant. Now, what have guys been doing to catch those walleyes? And by the way, the Missouri River continues to do well up and down the river. And what guys are using to catch the walleyes include pulling plugs. It seems to be making that switch now, moving away from live bait, but guys are still catching plenty of walleyes using jigs and minnows, jigs and plastics, especially on the lakes. A lot of guys are pulling plugs on the river now. A lot of guys now are also pulling spinners with minnows or leeches, and then also with crawlers. A lot of slow death rigs produce a lot of nice walleyes this past week, so keep that in mind. As far as the crappie bite is concerned, a lot of crappie being caught at Ponset, as well as some crappie being caught at Thompson, Pickerel, Brant, and also Vermilion. And what have guys been using to catch the crappie? A lot of Kalen's crappie scrubs, as well as tube jigs, small tube jigs, and then also the shiny hiney. And as you saw in some of the reports and some of the posts, guys are using that to catch some really nice fish as well. So keep that in mind as over the next week. We have plenty of crawlers, plenty of leeches, chubs, as well as minnows on hand here at the store. In this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about jigging, some secrets that you can use to help make it a little bit easier for you when you're out there jigging, and especially now with a lot of people still jigging for walleyes, perch, crappies, you name it. Here's 2 useful tips that you can use to make it a little bit more successful and easy for you out there the next time you're out on the lake. The first one is using your bobber stops, your stop knots. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're using electronics and the fish are coming in suspended, and a lot of fish do come in suspended, that if they're, let's say, 3-4 feet off the bottom, you can use that stop knot, that bobber stop, to mark that exact depth, so that when you're jigging, you know the next time you go down there to allow your line to go down, that you can mark that bobber stop, that depth, with that bobber stop. So it will make it easier from time to time after catching a fish to get right back at that strike zone where those fish are coming in at. The second thing is also using a swivel. As you're jigging, a lot of times you can build up a lot of line twist in your line. So what you can do is to put a swivel in, then to attach, let's say, a 1 to 2 foot leader, whether or not you use monofilament or fluorocarbon, it's up to you. But again, that swivel will avoid that line twisting and also avoid that bait from twisting down below and scaring those fish. So again, those are 2 easy tricks that you can use to make jigging a little bit more successful the next time you're out on the lake. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-minute fishing report, please send it to me. Send it to Todd at dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And before we end this week's report, folks, I will remind you of 2 things that are coming up. Number 1, we're going to have another hot buy on our website at dakotaangler.com beginning on Thursday. And what it's going to be this week is $1 off all Rapala shad dancers. That knocks the price down to $5.99 for a shad dancer. And it doesn't matter if you have 1, 20, 24, whatever you want, $1 off each one. And so make sure you use the code DANCER at the checkout at dakotaangler.com. The second thing is Father's Day coming up. Happy Father's Day to all of you fathers out there. And folks, if you're looking for a Father's Day gift, there's not a better place than right here at the store. we're going to have Father's Day specials going on beginning on Thursday. So if you're looking for that great gift for your dad, stop on by here at the store and we'll help you out. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.